Hello and a very warm welcome back here to Eurovision 365. I'm Patrick, I'm your host as always, and I'm delighted to say I'm joined by one of the finalists at Eurosong 2024, and that is, of course, JYellowL. JYellowL.
JYellowL, I'll forgive you for that one part, just simply because I feel like of this whole experience, this has probably been my favorite one. Just getting to speak to you right now, so I'm gonna
Wow.
let you off the
Oh, the
leash with
charm
fairness.
offensive has begun. Before, do you prefer to be called JLOL or I know it's Jean-Luc, or how do you prefer to be called?
To be honest, it depends. It depends on what's easier for you. You know what I mean? I don't mind. I'm indifferent. All of my names, most people, to be honest, just call me Jay.
Okay,
Um, so that's
so
cool too.
I'll call you. Okay, if I call you Jay then.
You call me whatever you like, mate.
Perfect, perfect. Call me whatever you like as well, as long as it's not too
Let's
early in the
go, P
morning.
Boogie. Let's go. That's your name now,
Let's
P
go,
Boogie.
let's go, let's
Let's
go.
do it.
First of all, congratulations on being one of the finalists. Jay, how does that feel for you?
Honestly, it feels amazing. I'm just happy. I'm happy to be at this point now. There's a lot of relief because leading up to it, there were a few obstacles in the way, a few challenges, which is quite ironic because that's what the song is about. But ultimately, I just stayed focused on making sure we could be here, sat next to each other, talking about being one of the finalists, and hopefully in a couple of weeks talking about being the finalist. You know what I'm saying? So, by God's grace.
You said there were some challenges.
Yeah.
What were the challenges that you faced?
Well, a lot of challenges because in terms of getting the track done and ready, I kind of uploaded. I uploaded a demo, and the demo is actually what got accepted. And I had like prior to that, I had no plans on finishing the business of the song and getting the song out. We had someone else on the track as well that
Okay.
was complicated to navigate, but everyone involved has been super helpful and super committed to the cause, and I really appreciate that. So shout out to every single person that's been involved.
So, so is it Toshin is featured in your song? Is that right?
Yes, yes, yes. Come on, big up Toshin,
Toshin.
incredible vocalist. Like I've seen Toshin perform live probably a handful of times, but each one has been more memorable than the last, and she just really delivered and brought that. The trick was bringing that live presence into the studio, and she has been incredible throughout the whole process and working with me on this in a very urgent manner because it has been quite time sensitive and everything, but she turned everything around so quickly. She's been so game, down to do everything to make this work. So I'm incredibly grateful, very grateful for her as well.
Fantastic. So it all came together very quick in the end. Then, from what you're saying.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is quick. It is quick. It seems quick, but to me,
But
every single moment was like long and
yeah,
tedious
yeah.
and grueling,
Okay, grueling.
difficult.
That would be your typical journey to Eurovision.
Yeah,
Grueling is the word
grueling,
to use.
grueling.
Grueling. Yeah, yeah.
Honestly, the grueling part is out of the way. Right now we're cruising. This is the fun
Cruising.
part. So
This is the
I'm
fun
looking
part.
forward to it.
Yeah. So tell me, whenever you found out, I'm guessing you found out by a phone call from RTE. Uh,
Yeah,
Now, last year, whenever I asked the contestants, the majority of them, whenever they had got the phone call from, I think it was Michael Keeley who made the phone call,
big ups, Mike.
all of them, big up to me, all of them, bar one, I think, missed the call. So, did
Ooh.
you answer the call straight away, or were you like, well, there's a missed call here. What's this about?
Hey, I try my best not to miss any calls, but you know what I'm saying? Because you never know what's on the other
You never
end.
know, do you?
You just never know. Like somebody could be calling you for something, and then the next minute it could be Eurovision. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'd rather just be prepared at all times. So shout out to Michael. I got the call from
100%.
him probably about after the um a week after the application, just being like,
Well, that's
"Oh
quick.
my god, the track is amazing! Like we love the
Yeah.
track. Like, are we okay?
Yeah.
Is it okay to be put forward?" And I was like, "Yeah, of course, absolutely. That's why I applied." You know what I'm saying? Like, let's put it out.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
I was, yeah.
yeah, so then after a couple of weeks back now, I got the final call and he was like, "Hello, Jay." I was like, "Hi." He goes, "Yeah, congratulations, your song is one of the 6 finalists on the Eurosong." And I was like, amazing.
Congratulations. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, a moment my mom would be so proud of. So that also brings a
Yeah,
smile to my
absolutely.
face.
100%. What was it that inspired you to enter? What was the pull, if you like?
So I've been given credit to a guy called Adam, right? And Adam, wherever he's sitting right now, fair play to you. Fair play to you because you're a real one. You really looked out for me and you didn't even really know me. So that's actually incredible. I was having a chat with a guy called Adam
Yeah.
and he was like, "Oh, have you ever thought of maybe doing the Eurovision or anything like that?" And I was like, "I don't really know, to be honest. I don't know if I don't know how that works, what that looks like. I don't really know the processes, etc." And he was like, "Oh, it's simple enough. Like the applications are open now, etc." And I was still just kind of like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah," like nonchalantly just listening to him. But then he followed up with the actual link and was like, "Oh, here is the link to apply. Like you should just
Yeah.
go through your catalog and just see what's there. Just why not,
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
fair play to him because if not for him, and if not for that moment of kindness and unreserved interest, we wouldn't be here right now. So fair play to him.
It's almost like the stars were aligned for you,
Honestly, it does.
isn't
It does look
it?
like that, and I'm just waiting for that last star to just be in the same line. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just that last one. Yeah. So that's
Do you know what's really funny? Whenever you said that last star, whenever you moved your head a bit,
it
the
was
light
there.
coming behind. Did you notice
I
that?
know it seemed coincidental, but trust me, everything's poetry in motion. I did it on purpose.
Oh my goodness! Oh, okay. But the song Judas, is a really really cool one.
Thank you.
Lovely piano. You're very welcome. Lovely piano part, throughout it. So, what could you tell us a bit more about, Judas,
Okay, from a
please?
musical perspective, I'll start there. First of all, the song was worked on by some of the best musicians and best musical talents that we have in the world. Quite frankly, what I
Okay.
mean. Their reputations precede themselves. Like Jake Gosling, who has worked a ton with Ed Sheeran, One Direction, Shawn Mendes, people like that. Sammy Soso, who has worked with the likes of Wizkid, Burna Boy, and Tyler most recently for the number one song in the world right now, Water. That is, I was just blessed to be able to be in with them. If you think about it, like it's my song, but it's for people's intellectual property. Like it's for people's musical contributions that have come into this one piece of music, and it just
Yeah.
so happens to be I'm accompanied by some of the best musicians and the greatest musicians that I look up to as well. So I'm extremely blessed and honored.
Yeah. Absolutely, and again, a bit like the stars of a line. Again, there's a bit of a theme here rolling through
Yeah.
this. In terms of the staging of it now, we've got the Late Late Show logo there to your, well, it looks like to my right, could be to the left when this comes
I
out,
see. This is
but
my
yeah, but the stage there is a bit cramped. I don't know if you're probably aware of that. The stage is a bit cramped. So how would you visualize that, first of all, I suppose, on the Eurosong stage, and then the Malmo stage, which is right here. Look at that there. Imagine me they're not
That's
there.
lovely.
So
Lovely.
how would you visualize that, Jay?
Honestly, and it's funny you ask me that because I'm so big on visualization, and I like to
Okay.
see my dreams before I live my dreams.
Uh-huh.
Um, just even looking at this stage right now,
You can
I
imagine
can
it.
just really picture myself there. already, and that's exactly what I'm planning on doing. So can't give away too much in terms of stage planning and stuff.
No. Oh.
But
What can you give away?
every time there is a JYellowL performance, I definitely aim to make it an experience for the viewers, an experience for the listeners, and something that really brings you into the world of my performance, brings you into the world of JYellowL, and in this case, the world of Judas. So that's what we're aiming for right now.
And the thing about the stage as well, I mean, it's very immersive kind of a stage. It's very, very immersive, and the audience are going to be right around, the whole way around that stage, for the first time really ever. So that, like, whoever gets selected, they're going to, like, no matter what country they're from, is going to have a full immersive experience. So what would you say Judas represents, the song? What does it represent for you? And what do you want to, what would you hope for the likes of me and all listeners to hear?
Judas is a song that everybody can relate to. You know what I mean? Because it's such a pure reflection of the human experience. So you go through life, it's not always plain sailing, it's not always smooth sailing. Sometimes it's very rough waves, rough waters, and regardless, you still need to get to the other side. You need to get to your destination. You need to be focused on that. You can't stay in the middle of the ocean. You know what I'm saying? You need to be able to keep your eye on your destination, your eye on your goal, regardless of whatever obstacles you have to navigate through. That's completely fine. Whatever challenges you have to rise above, that's completely fine. Acknowledge them, but recognize that you have the ability to overcome them, and that's what Judas is. That's what I want the. That's what I want the listeners. That's what I want you watching at home. That's what I want to remind myself as well, listening to it and performing it again, is that no matter what life throws at you, you're going to be able to stand in the face of adversity and rise above that challenge to reach your goal ultimately. And not let your current circumstance not let your current circumstance, albeit difficult, define your whole entire experience. Remember that there's always something that you can do to improve your situation one step at a time, and focus on that. And to me, all those obstacles and all those challenges, that's what's personified as Judas. It's not necessarily a physical entity, but it's not a physical entity either. It could also be, you know what I'm saying? You could have these obstacles and these challenges in the form of bad relationships. You could have that in the form of financial struggles. You could have that in the form of, anything, you know what I'm saying? So just remembering that you are capable of overcoming any obstacle that life throws at you.
Wow, so it's a really empowering kind of song, isn't it?
For sure. For sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'd say so.
Yeah. Overcoming. Yeah, that's so beautifully explained there. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
that, Jay. Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you. There's one little thing, I suppose, your song, which again, as I said, I really like it. But I suppose last year we had K Money and ND at the Eurosong final, and they placed third with the Irish public and the Irish jury. Sorry, the televote. I beg your pardon. The Irish jury and the Irish televote, they placed third and placed third overall. I think it's an unfair comparison to compare you to K Money and ND, but I suppose some people may compare in terms of this genre of song. So what do you think needs to happen for you to not be like K Money and ND, respectfully, in third but in first place? So what would you love to see happening there with that? If that makes sense.
Well, first of all respect to everybody that has gone through this process. It's not. I can't imagine.
It's not easy.
It's not an easy process to be
No.
there, bearing your, showing yourself bare in terms of your art, being judged by the public, quite literally. So respect and admiration to everybody who gets to that stage. In terms of myself, honestly, I wouldn't, like you say, I don't think there is a like for like comparison there with them. I really enjoyed their entry. I really enjoyed what they did. I thought it was great. It was fantastic to see that as well. See that being represented in Ireland as well.
Hundred percent,
I was
hundred
happy to
percent.
see that. But I think the thing with me and the thing with Judas is that it's universal. It's representative of Ireland, but it is universal. It's something that
Yeah.
everybody, everywhere, no matter where you are, can relate to. And that's why I would really love for it to be the one that does represent Ireland, because everybody can identify with, being beaten down by certain challenges in life, but also wanting to have the strength and the courage to overcome those obstacles and those things that are hurdling you. You want to be or holding you down. You want to be able to overcome and not succumb to those pressures of life. You know what I'm saying? So all due respect to everyone and all my fellow entrants as well. All due respect to them. I just feel like this is something. It's not just a good song to listen to, that as well. But I think what's behind the track, the meaning behind the track, the message behind it is what makes it the unique entry. And
The
that's with all
unique entry.
yeah, and that's with all respect to all the entrants.
Of course, 100%. Yeah, it would be. I mean, I suppose with the songs that we've heard already so far. I mean, your song was shared this afternoon, earlier on this afternoon, and we had Elsha. It's very different kind of song in an Irish well. I think it's so positive in terms of an Irish selection show to have such great diversity, because I mean people, hark on about the great time in the 90s, and I mean that's over a quarter of a century ago now. Do you know what I mean? But it was Ballad Central. But I think Ireland, RTE, and its show Eurosong seems to be moving slightly, and I think that has to be welcomed and applauded as well. Really, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
What would you say to anyone who you, in terms of your call to vote, when it comes to Eurosong 2024, what is your message to the public?
My message to the public would be: I will absolutely do my very best to represent Ireland as a force to be reckoned with, musically, continentally, and globally. And it doesn't stop here. That's been my whole mission statement since I started my career in Ireland. You know, my song being on FIFA 20 soundtrack, it fills me with great pride knowing that like people from all over the globe are listening to this song. This song is a part of their lives. Part of whether it be their upbringing, their childhood. This song is attached to nostalgia for a lot of people in the world, and it's a song that was made out of Ireland, and that's something that's, of course, by me, but that's not just a win for me. That's a win for Ireland and a win for all of us, and that's what I plan to do as well. A win for Ireland.
Wow. Wow. Do you know what? You beat me to it because I was going to say FIFA 20. I was like, whoa, because I was like checking those different things out, and I was like, wow, that's such an accolade, isn't it? That's such a high accolade.
But
I
God's
mean,
great.
that's like crazy to think of. It's like all the people who's playing that game, and like your song, like your material is on there.
Hmm. Absolutely, it was surreal. I grew up playing FIFA, what I mean, and some of my greatest memories have been soundtracked by those FIFA soundtracks. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like just
yeah,
family time,
yeah.
relief, and leisure time. Some of my most fun times, some of my most painful moments as well. When you get your ass handed to you by your big brother. You know what I'm saying? On the
Yeah.
game because they keep spamming Real Madrid, and it's like Ronaldo has plot armor in this game. But anyway, that's irrelevant. But it's just great knowing that people will have that same moment with my song, and people to this
Wow.
day let me know that and it fills me with a lot of pride.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And so should. Absolutely, yeah, absolutely amazing. Well, congratulations on that, and congratulations one more time for getting to Eurosong 2024. And I wish you Eurovision 365. We wish you the very best of luck for the competition, which isn't too far from now. So it's not so, yeah, all guns blazing, and it's going to be awesome. So it is.
Thank you so much, P Boogie. Looking forward to it. I better have your vote, because if I don't have your vote after all this, after you've already heard the stuff, I don't know.
Can you imagine?
I don't know, P. I don't know if I can trust you, P.
I don't know if you can trust me. It's so funny. But I love when you just call me. I was like, what was it? You just call me P Doggy? Was it? You just call me
P Boogie. P Boogie.
P Boogie. Love it. P Boogie.
You gotta change his name on Twitter now. I'll be looking out for a P Boogie. I'm looking out for
P Boogie. Listen, as I said, wish you the very best of luck. Thank you so much for joining us, and the very best of luck.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you having me.